Hello there my friends and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, you and I are going to be talking about ConvertKit, which is the email marketing software that I personally use that has played a huge role in me being able to grow a 5-figure email list. And not only that, but I'm actually going to take you inside my ConvertKit account and I'm going to show you exactly how to use some of the functions and what all you can accomplish with this email marketing software. We're going to jump right in, but before we do, be sure to hit the like button on this video if you enjoy the content because it really does help my channel out. Also subscribe if you want to see more tutorials like this one and learn more about how to make money blogging. Let's go ahead and get started talking about ConvertKit. First of all, I just gotta say that I'm so excited to share this information in this video with you today because this is something that I would have wanted to hear about when I first started my blog. I started my blog using MailChimp to build my email list, and let me tell you, MailChimp for me is not intuitive. I quickly realized that it was not going to be able to do everything I needed it to do easily. Now, to each their own. Some of you watching this might like MailChimp. If that's you, then go ahead and use MailChimp, but I know for me, ConvertKit is just so much more intuitive, and you can just tell that it is made specifically for professional bloggers and things that professional bloggers need to do. Now, it is an investment. It's not free or anything like that, although you can, I think, get a free trial. But remember, if you want your blog to grow and turn into a business, you gotta treat it like a business, and something like an email marketing software is well worth investing in because your email list ties directly into your blog income. Now, let's move along to the tutorial. I will share my screen with you and we will take a look at how this works. I'm going to be going over 3 things up here at the top: broadcasts, sequences, and automations. So right now we are already on the broadcast screen, and what this is just a one-time email you send out to all of your subscribers. So let's say you send a weekly newsletter out manually every week. This is where you would go in and do that. But there are also other possibilities and other ways you can kind of customize this to do what you need to do. For example, I can go in here and tell ConvertKit to only send it to a certain type of subscriber based on the date, the segment, the location, cold subscribers, and so on. So that is really useful when you need to do something like send a one-time email to a certain segment of your email list. A way that I use this is sometimes I need to email my paid course students something that I don't need everybody else to get, and so I would just go in here to ConvertKit and select the people subscribed to the tag that I tag my paid course students with. That way, those are the only people who get that broadcast. Now, let's go ahead and just say that we're sending it to everyone for the purpose of this example, and I'll show you how this works. Now we're just going to go to next step, and if we don't change anything, everything's going to be sent out to all of our subscribers, so that is something you'll want to note. Now here's where you will type in your email subject line. You can also A/B test subject lines. And then of course this is where you will type in your email content. You can add images, links, files, all that good stuff, change everything, format it, and personalize if you have some information like this that you want to put in there. And then when you are done writing your email and kind of formatting it, you've got it all ready to go, you can go ahead and preview it, which I highly recommend because I almost always catch something that I totally screwed up when I preview it or when I send myself a test email, so definitely preview it. Just trust me on that one. You can do it in the browser or you can do it by sending yourself a test email. So then you can just go on to the next step, or you can always save as a draft. Now, when you go to the next step, it just shows you a preview of that email, and then you just hit send, and all the subscribers you have selected will receive that broadcast. So again, broadcast is a one-time email that you send out to whatever subscriber group you specify. Moving right along, let's go ahead and talk about sequences. So a sequence is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's an automated series of emails. So a way I use this is I have free courses that are delivered via email, and I set it up so my students who enroll get 1 email from me per day, but you can also set it up to deliver every other day or pretty much however you want to do it. So this is how you would do that. You would go into sequences and create a new one, and you can see it actually has some instructions for you right here. But just like the broadcast, it's pretty straightforward as far as putting in your email subject and your email content. You can preview everything too. But this is kind of where you would go and build out the sequence. So this is the first day, the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, and you can just keep adding as many as you want. Let's say this one is the welcome email to your free email course that you want to offer your subscribers. So when they subscribe, you would want them to get this email immediately. So you would change this to 0, and then they would get it immediately. And then you can just type something like this. Obviously, you probably want to customize it more than this, so this is just an example, keep that in mind. So this is a welcome email that they get, and then maybe this is lesson 1, and then you type out the name of the lesson, and then lesson 2, and you can set it up again to deliver however you want. So if they get this one immediately, then they're going to get this one a day later, this one a day after the previous one. And you can also go in here and filter by subscribers or whatever you want to do. So if you don't want certain people on your list to receive certain emails, you can actually go in here and set that up. So super customizable and tons of possibilities for how you can use this. Now let's talk about automation rules. So an automation rule is basically when you tell ConvertKit, if this thing happens, then go ahead and do this. And I will take you over here and show you what I mean. So if this happens, you pick something over here to happen, then you're telling ConvertKit to do this. Now an example of this, one way I use it, is when someone enrolls in one of my paid courses, I have a sequence that I automatically subscribe them to, and I also tag them as a paid student. And that way, if I want to send a broadcast out to only paid course students later on, all of them have that tag, so it's segmented and it just makes it so much easier. So the way that you would set something like that up is you would go to purchase as a product, and then you would select whatever that product is after you integrate it with the software you use. I use Teachable, by the way, for my online courses, so that is what I also recommend. Then you would go over here to, if someone purchases a product, you would add a tag, and then you can create a tag that says X name of product student, or just something like that that tells you about who that subscriber is, about the fact that they purchased or enrolled in your product. Then you can also subscribe them to a sequence. So for example, when somebody purchases one of my paid courses, they immediately get an email from me that just says, hey, welcome to the course. Here's the other information you need, like login information, the private Facebook community, all that kind of stuff that's just good for them to get right away. But there are a whole lot of different ways you can use this, just like pretty much everything in here. It really just depends on you and the monetization method you're using and how you're marketing your blog and all that good stuff. So that is pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more videos about how to make money blogging. Also comment below if you have a question about ConvertKit or you want to see a tutorial on how to do something else in ConvertKit, because that's definitely something I would be down to do. I also have a link down below in the description box to try out ConvertKit for free, so if you are ready to grow your email list and you want to check it out, go ahead and get in there and start playing around with it, because even if it sounds kind of complicated based on this tutorial, it's really just one of those things that gets a lot easier once you get in there and play around with it. It's just super intuitive, super powerful, and perfect for bloggers. And as always, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.